Actually, at the beginning, we were not so much focused on attention or salience. Like we thought it might be a factor, but in the original models of Hagag and Pope and Schoen and Gagnon Bartsch, there was no mention of attention or salience. So they were just looking at the observables and the prediction on learning. So we add one maybe lucky trick that people write a short sentence, a short text box about their experiences when after they tried the fruit juice. So our aim for that was to make them a little bit think about the fruit juice so that they pay attention to their experience, and then we can look at what they wrote there. And actually no one mentioned the drinking water beforehand. That was our state variable, like we changed their thirst level. No one mentioned the thirst level. No one mentioned that, oh, I do this because of that water treatment. So actually we can see what they pay more attention to from their explanation only. uh, of course, you might try to incentivize that as well, but it is really hard. Like maybe some eye tracking and even MRI methods can be used, but drinking fruit juice is such an internal experience that it is really hard to measure outside of this narrative or text box measurements.
With 168 participants, and is the dataset large enough to distinguish between the Hagag and Pope and Gagnon Bartsch and the Bushong models?